Welcome to another edition of Book of Stephen Podcast. I'm your host, Leroy Stephen, King Stephen, Colroy Stephen, whatever language you speak, I'm King Stephen. And I'm here to do Islam versus the world too. What is coronavirus? The crown virus. Isn't it ironic that at a time where God is passing or revealing crowns, an affliction of a crown and revealing faces and revealing knowledge about kings, an affliction of a crown has afflicted a disobedient world. The crown virus. Isn't that ironic? Now, is the coronavirus the doing of one of the witnesses that torments those that walk the earth, Stephen? No, it's not. But what is it? It is a counter blow to a dirty blow by the world. A dirty and unexpected punch. Confinement. Let's look at the Uyghur Muslims. And this is, the Uyghurs are in concentration camps in China in a number of more than 1 million in the Xinjiang province. Disgusting. I saw this and I was just heartbroken. Now, this isn't necessarily my responsibility because this is the east side of the world, and I believe the deliverance of the Uyghur is to the other witness, the rising sun. I believe that's his responsibility. But I prayed about this because it hurt my heart. And did not I rejoice when I saw China being afflicted and overwhelmed with the crown virus and being locked into confinement, just like they locked the homies, my sheep and my lambs, the Uyghurs, into confinement. And so while through this battle of the world imitating God, usually God is the original puncher. Okay, he founded in Genesis that the Islamic empire would be surely blessed. The Constitution of America and America's foundations is that manifest destiny goes through, and its expansion surely goes through the Islamic Empire from the halls of Montezuma, the Islamic Empire, the shores of Tripoli, and the Marine Chant. So, blow God, counter blow, imitation blow, world. Blow God. We have holy expansion, Holy Spirit baptizing, passive expansion, bringing a nation to life. We have unholy expansion, counter blow, imitation blow, spreading death and violence throughout the nation that is Islam, and hopelessness and attempting to fearmonger the Muslim into submission. Blow God, counter imitation blow world. Okay, here we have, in fact, God is not throwing the first blow. We have blow world. So confinement. Now, China isn't the only one building concentration camps for Muslims. We know America and probably many of the NATO nations are as well. Dirty, low blow world. What the fuck? What in the actual fuck is that? That's a low one. Now, this is weird because the world is throwing the first blow. Counter, more powerful master blow, God. Confinement, coronavirus. Confinement for confinement. I was walking through, today is March 23rd, Monday. I was walking through Aldi, the grocery store, and God said to me, confinement for confinement and destruction for destruction. And that destruction that the world is, that's the dirty blow. But the destruction God has planned for America is the more masterful and final counter blow in the battle. And so we have this imitation of not only God being the originator, but we have the original dirty blow in the fight and a response, a policing of the contest, and a warning that if the tactics in the fight would continue, destruction is sure. This is what coronavirus is. A low counterblow, in fact. Global confinement. Masterful, in fact. So, we are in the final finishing sequence of it's a 12-round fight. Not really. It's lasted, but it's only meant to last like a round or two. It's in fact gone much longer than expected because my testimony was delayed. And so we're in the late rounds. We have in a scintillating contest, we have this we almost to the end of it, and we get this dirty blow from America, the world, but this time the world, China. And America has thrown the same dirty blow. And finally, a response from the living God. A dirty blow and a warning. Destruction is near because the greatest catastrophe is on the horizon. And I'll go through that in the next video. So, coronavirus is in fact the counterblow. God's people were confined in China, and the nations did not refuse to sleep with the whore. And so the whore spread disease to all of them. All right? And this is the work of the Lord, that affliction has in fact confined his enemies, the evil nations of the world. Counterblow. More masterful blow. And warning. The next blow will knock you all completely out. So, that's what coronavirus is. It is not the final finishing blow. It is not complete destruction and the greatest catastrophe yet. But it is the final, how would you say, last few lines of a disastrous song for the world. So, that's what coronavirus is. Counter masterful blow. In this fight where each side, usually the world, has been trying to imitate what God is doing. In this case, God is imitating the world. Confinement for confinement. That's all I have for you today. Hope you enjoyed this Book of Stephen podcast. What is coronavirus? And I hope you've been enlightened. But watch my next video, because this isn't the greatest catastrophe ever. The greatest catastrophe ever is right around the corner. We'll talk about that in the next video. I already have talked about it, but let's get into specifics.